Does anybody know what external validation is, or what I mean by that? No? Okay, so external means outside of yourself, and validation is like acceptance. So releasing the need to find acceptance outside of yourself, right? And that's something I feel a lot of us struggle with or place too much importance on. And the reason why it doesn't benefit us is because whenever we don't receive that sort of acceptance that we are seeking, that's when it takes away from us negatively. That's when it digs at our self-worth, at our self-love, and our confidence. Because it's when we don't receive it that we start thinking negatively about ourselves, right? Oh, so-and-so didn't see this in me, so then I must not be enough or have this certain quality about myself that I want. However, it doesn't truly matter what people think. The only thing that matters is how you feel about yourself and your own opinions. And knowing that you get to decide what something means to you. And by that, you have your own internal power. And what I mean by having your own power is the fact that you get to decide what you do and do not give into. And so if somebody, let's say, comes at you and tries to be ugly towards you and tries to tell you negative things about yourself, you don't have to believe them if you don't want to. But so many times, especially when we're at a young age where we feel more vulnerable, we allow whatever somebody says to dictate, what we think about ourselves. And we believe them. But when you really think about it, that's just an opinion. And so you don't have to believe that person if you don't want to, because that's just their opinion. And most of the time, if they're coming at you in a way like that, it's not because of you. It doesn't have anything to do with you, even if they're directing this negativity at you. It's because they're struggling with their own issues inside themselves and just don't know how else to deal with them other than lashing out at other people. And so the way that you can help yourself in these type of situations, if somebody is, trying to purposely make you feel bad about yourself, is to remind yourself in that moment and say, wait, this person isn't telling me these things because they're true or because they're telling me that I am not good enough or whatever they're saying. It's because they're struggling themselves with their own issues inside. And so they don't know how else to handle it. And so I don't have to let them or their issues become mine if I don't want them to, right? And that's how you get to then take back your own power. Because then you decide whether or not you allow what they say to bother you or to have meaning to you. Because like I said, it's just an opinion. It's not a fact. And whenever you come from a stronger sense of self-love, it's easier for you to be able to do that because you're like, okay, I love myself. I validate myself. I know that I'm happy with who I am and I'm living by my own morals. So what else anybody else has to say about it doesn't matter. Because all that matters is how I feel about myself, not about what anybody else has to say about me. Another way you can apply this is by thinking about whenever you are trying to tell somebody about, let's say, a dream you have or a goal you have.